if you ever worked in retail, you know that sometimes it gets really crazy, especially if the district manager, corporate people are coming in to look at the store. So anyway, one day, and I try to answer questions on my own. I've been at Home Depot over 20 years. I don't bother managers if I don't need to, but I asked a question of him, and he had his phone, the kind of phone that's like a smartphone that does everything. And he looked at his phone and says, "You know how much I care about your question right now?" And he threw his phone on the floor. So I guess he didn't care about my question. And that kind of, it just hit me right here. And I don't remember if I cried. I might have. I've done that before at work. But later on, he came looking for me and he apologized. That's even more rare, I think, than thank you. And I know that he came looking for me because I was in the back of the greenhouse, and that time of the evening, most people don't need to come back in there. Maybe a customer will. And he said, "Hey, I owe you an apology." And he said, I shouldn't have, I just lost my temper. I should not have done that. And I was able to handle that. You know why? Because I know that was not him. He was stressed out. And there's one thing I want to encourage you all. You might not all be managers someday. Maybe you prefer not to be. I'm not a manager at Home Depot, and I'm perfectly fine that way. But you can treat people well. And if you have a problem with somebody, yes, confront it. Wait till you're calm. There have been times I've had to let things seethe inside me, or I've cried. And but later on, when things are calm, you could say something and just be upfront. That bothered me. And don't let things get so out of control. Anyway, if I was going to run for president, it would be on the say nice things to people at work campaign. That would be my soapbox. Treat people well. You can lose all motivation in a job if you are not treated well and if your relationships aren't working well at work. And those can be some of the hardest.